So what's up guys, Alexa here. So in this video, I just wanted to talk about attaining aesthetics as well as mindset regarding aesthetics and building your physique. So far, I've just come out of a deload week feeling really good, hitting PRs. Definitely worth it, and I'm definitely doing deloads more consistently, but I've always done deloads for years to be honest already. Kind of just more hit or miss, but always had like usually a good, it's between 6 to 9 weeks is when I usually deload in some type of way. I think I've learned a little bit more about deloads as well and recovery and everything, which can be applied way better. But anyways, let's go to attaining aesthetics. I think honestly, attaining aesthetics, a lot of people think it's just about skipping big compounds and big movements and just doing machines and stuff. You can hear other people talk about it, maybe like influencers bigger like Alex Eubank or something. Maybe even David Lade and others, they always kind of avoid big movements. And then there's the other side of people who are like naturals and have been training for over 10 plus years. And they advocate doing a lot of compound movements, and what they mainly grow on. And honestly, for me personally, I'm on the side of kind of like using both. Like, I don't think you should go on one side or the other. I think you can gain a lot about just gaining a ton of strength and gaining aesthetics that way. It's pretty much just like strength and size go hand in hand. So if you're getting stronger on like a deadlift, bench press, and like pull-ups and all these major combat movements, squats, so on, so on, so on, even bicep curls, like you're getting stronger in these movements, you're certainly going to get bigger. Like if you can curl, like let's say extreme example, 30 kilograms each hand on the bicep curl, you know that guy is going to have a big bicep to do that, because you just need big biceps to do that. If you can squat 4 plates for reps, you're going to have big legs. If you can deadlift, I don't know, 250 kilograms for reps, you're going to be able to like have a massive posterior chain. You're going to be insanely strong in the legs as well and the overall back. And same thing with the chest. If you're doing at least a 1 rep max for 4 plates on the bench press, then you know you're gonna have a big chest. Like, it's kind of these like basic knowledge things, and I think a lot of people ignore these basic things even though they're really obvious when it comes to attaining aesthetics. And aesthetics and strength do go hand in hand, and you have to have both. You can't really just ignore the one or the other, and I don't think you should ignore good compound movements when you're trying to attain aesthetics and skip out and just go easy mode, because a lot of people want to skip out on the hard compound movements which build a lot of mass in different places, like the deadlift, bench, pull up, etc. That you don't have to do so many like machine exercises and everything. You can kind of incorporate everything together, though I wouldn't recommend just doing one or the other. Honestly, that's the, like, you could say optimal way, but like there's a ton of different ways to train, of course. I would personally advocate for not wasting your time in the gym, maximizing your recovery, doing intense hard sets, not doing too many fluff sets. Save your time, recover good, eat good, sleep good, have your mindset right. Like you don't need to spend like 3 hours in the gym wasting your time. You can just do a couple of even 1 to 2 good sets with real intensity, like failure, and push yourself. Like when you're a beginner, it doesn't really matter what you do, but if I'm talking mostly here, maybe to intermediates and advanced people who are trying to push themselves like me. Obviously, I'm more at the intermediate level right now rather than like advanced. I'm somewhat advanced in some lifts, like maybe the deadlift and others, like I can be considered advanced, but otherwise I'm pretty much intermediate still. And definitely in terms of size, I still got a lot of growth to do, but there's some really obvious truths here that you kind of need to absorb to really grow in the gym. And it really depends on your goals. Some people like to bulk and cut, some people like to recomposition. I'm more on the line of going technically a little bit slower, but I'm going to be recomposition, so I'm gonna look more aesthetic, but I'm going to be able to recomposition my basically body slowly over time, gain muscle, lose fat at the same time in a sense. So I'm still eating a good amount of calories and I'm growing and I'm doing cardio and everything, but I'm just like doing these huge bulks just feels bad for me, especially when I make content and everything. I want to look decent and I want to feel good and live a good healthy life. So you have to think about all these things in your mindset when you're applying all these things in your life. Is when you're trying to attain aesthetics, is like, what is your goal? Do you want to bulk up and look fluffier? Do you not want to look leaner and grow muscle? How many years have you trained? Have you trained 3 years at least? to be able to do like a recomp, or are you a beginner level more, where you're trying to still grow your baseline and you need to bulk, or maybe you need to cut if you're fat? Like, these are the kind of things you need to think about in your mindset. And when you're coming into lifting, is there's a lot of different variables you need to take into account. Whether it's sleep, recovery, mindset, how are you training, how long are you training, are you wasting time in the gym? So with that, I would pretty much take away, like, really think about your current situation in training, and whether you're trying to attain aesthetics purely like me and maintain aesthetics and try to grow muscle. I want you to really think about where you're at and where you're coming from, what you need to change. If you would like my own fitness coaching that I offer, you can book so. Hit me on the DMs on Instagram. And you can do that. Hit me with coach, and I can help you if you need personal assistance. Otherwise, my videos are free. There's a lot of free information available also for you to learn from. You can do that too. That's a valid thing. That's how I've learned myself also. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Now, I did some posing at the end here. I think we're looking pretty decent, about 80 kilograms here. Being basically living life, not stressing too much about it. Just trying to grow as much as possible, making some good gains, looking good, and recomposition slowly, and definitely making gains here and there and looking more aesthetic every week, every 2 weeks. Thank you for watching. If there's will, there's a way. Peace. God bless.